In today's episode of Julian Brings You More Bad News from the Internet, VSTAR Universe scams, 3 of them to be exact. It's probably not the kind of thing you wanted to hear to start off your week, but they all tie into each other in a really nefarious way. Probably the worst way I've seen for Japanese Pokemon cards all year. Now, I don't think this is a big issue for the first wave of boxes that came out, and that's because I don't think people were really aware or understood what they could do and how they could scam people with VSTAR Universe. They just got the boxes come in and ship them out straight away. I think this is going to be more of an issue for this second wave and basically any wave that comes out from here on out, especially for boxes, loose boxes that you buy from eBay or Facebook or anything that isn't an actual retail store. And it's going to impact cases as well. So to summarize, nobody is safe. So the first of these issues is weighed boxes. Now, weighed boxes isn't anything new, but this discovery comes to us thanks to the help of Kosari and Shuntan. This is a Japanese YouTube channel. I saw this video come up about, a week ago. I didn't really have a chance to cover it. I am, by the way, working on my booster box opening of VSTAR Universe. It's basically done. I'm just waiting for one other thing to come from America. It's really cool. I'm very excited to share it with you. Just hasn't come yet. Thanks OzPost for nothing. But basically when that comes, I'm going to put it in and my video will go up. Hey, imagine if you subscribed so you got a notification when that video went up. Wouldn't that be cool? But until then, we get to look at scammers. So basically, Kosari and Shuntan opened up 3 boxes and then later a 4th to confirm their hypothesis, which is that lighter boxes of VSTAR Universe have better hits. In the past, I think we know that heavy boxes, whether it's English or Japanese, are more likely to have more hits or better hits. With VSTAR Universe, it's actually a little bit different. So in the video, we'll play it.
皆さんどうも。本日はですね、タイトルにもある通り、こちらね、星が今ついてる分かりやすくね、目印をね、つけた方。こちらがね、結構重くて、で、こっちのシールが貼ってない方がめちゃくちゃ軽いんですけど、重い方が 192.4g あったんですよ。で、軽い方がなんと 189.5 になってて、明らかに重さが違ったんだよね。
So basically what they're saying is that the 2 boxes with the 2 stars on them weigh 192.4 grams and the box with no stars on them weighs 189.5 grams. So the 3rd box on the right is the lightest box here. Now they go through and they open all 3 boxes, and basically what you're going to find is that the lighter box has an extra hit. Most people know the hit rates for VSTAR Universe. You always find 3 AR, sometimes 4, and an SAR, so a super art rare. And then sometimes you can find 2 super art rares in a booster box, which is a very nice surprise. And that second super art rare is usually like a trainer or a full art supporter. So if we skip to the 5 minute and 34 mark, you're going to see the first hit here from the 192.4 gram box. Nice Manaphy. So Resealed VSTAR, that's their hit from this box. The link for this is in the description if you want to go and confirm what I'm saying here. I'm going to speed up through it. But basically they don't find another hit. They don't find another SAR in this first box. Now, if we skip forward to the 8 minute and 54 mark, where they're opening up the second box, which is 189.5 grams, you're going to see them find the first hit. I love how they're like kind of surprised, like that it just came out of nowhere. It is Darkrai VSTAR. That is their hit that they get. That's their first SAR. But then, and again, trust me on this one, I got no reason to just lie about this. We skip forward to 9 minutes and 59, and you're going to see them get a second hit out of this box. So that's a pretty good hit. That's Alice's Sparkle. That's the best SR, so full art, supporter, secret rare, super rare, that you can find from VSTAR Universe. It's Alice's Sparkle. So that's a pretty good hit. And that's 2 in 1 box, the lighter box. Now they go and they open up a 3rd, which is another 192.4 grams. And I can just tell you again, they only find 1 hit. And well, they found a psychic super rare. Hooray. No build up. So Suicune V is the hit that they get out of this 3rd box. And then they're like, you know what? Let's send it, fellas. They open up a 4th and we go to the 19 minute 44. All right, here we go. And you're going to see them find the first SAR from this 4th box, which is light. Haha. Sorry. Resealed VSTAR again is their hit from a fourth box, and then they find another 20 minutes and 30-second mark. Let's go. And you will see they find a card I really, really want. It's not draping on V. It's this next one. Very nice. It's Gardenia's Vigor SAR. How good is that card? It's an absolute banger. But yes, they find 2 SARs. So let's just call a hit an SAR. They find 2 hits out of the lighter boxes. So at the end of the video, they go through and they show a little comparison between the 4 boxes and the hits that they got.
検証結果いきます。まあ一番最初にね、向いてったんだけど、一番最初のこの重かったやつが僕がバオッキー。
First box, heaviest box, they only got Simicia VSTAR.
で、こうちゃんの重かったやつがスイくん。
Second box or third box, but the second heavy box, they only got Suicune V.
で、僕の一番軽かったのがダークライとまさかの紙連れ。で、
So the most lightest or the lightest box of them, the second box they opened, they got Alice's Sparkle and Darkrai VSTAR.
一番軽かったのがバオッキーとナタの楽器っていうことで。
And then in the last one, yes, you can see they got Gardenia's Vigor and Simicia VSTAR. So the lighter boxes, more hits, heavier boxes, less hits. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Julian, who's going to go out of their way just to weigh boxes and then sell only the heavy ones and open the light ones? What's to say they get good hits out of the light ones? You don't actually know. They're probably going to make more money just not weighing any boxes and just selling them because people are selling them for 2 to 3 times retail at the moment. And if they open up a light box and yeah, they get 2 SARs and they're not good, then it's going to be less of a profit if they just sold the box. And I would say, wow, you are so smart. I'm so proud of you. You have come so far. You seriously, every day, you inspire me. I'm astounded at how much you have learned over the last 2 years. But plot twist, there's actually a second issue. I'm not going to... All of these together create one big potential scam, which I think is happening. But there's a second issue happening with the VSTAR Universe that ties into this, and that is resealed boxes. Yes, baby, we're going back to this. I made a video, it's probably like a year or so ago, talking about how to identify if your Japanese booster box is fake or not. And a lot of what I said in that video still rings true. The top box that you're seeing here, so the leftmost, topmost one, is an official, it's a real booster box. And the way to tell that is, like I've said in the past, it looks almost like it's been stitched together. That's how you know that it's a real sealed, hasn't been resealed booster box that's come from direct from the supplier. The bottom box, you can see it's a lot cleaner, it's a lot straighter, and that is the sign of a booster box that has been resealed. It's probably been done with glue. So official seal, real seal, sort of looks like it's stitched together. This bottom one we're seeing with VSTAR Universe is the sign of a resealed box. It's not really enough, is it? It's not conclusive. And I implore you to question this just as much as I have. These photos came from a friend of mine in Japan, by the way, who buys and sells on Mercari quite a lot. This is another photo that he sent me of a creased corner. How can the corner of a booster box that's sealed be creased? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? That's probably a sign that this has been open. They didn't do a very good at concealing it, and then they've resealed it again. So creased corner at the flap at the bottom of a box. Despite it having a seal there, it's got a clean, straight seal, and that is the seal that you should be kind of sussy of. And again, you can see just the corner of that doesn't look as creased as in this first photo, but at the corner of it, it looks like it's been punched in a little bit. It doesn't look legit, and it is a big red flag. So if you're buying booster boxes and you're seeing something like this, alarm bells should be ringing. But again, this isn't enough. Why would they go out of their way to then open up booster boxes that have been scouted for hits? They've gone through and scanned to see if the hits are in there. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense because everybody knows that you always get 3 ARs and 1 SAR. So if you buy a booster box and it's missing the SAR, that's an immediate red flag to know that you've been scammed. You can file a claim wherever you buy it, and you're probably going to win because you're supposed to get at least 1 SAR. And that is where the third part of this whole thing comes into light, and I really detest that this is something you can do, and I question showing this or not because people are going to watch this video and be like, cool, this is how you scam people. But at the same time, I show people and then you guys know, and then maybe you can avoid getting scammed. Or if you feel like something sus happened, you can come and you can be like, hey, that's what happened to me. And then you get, you feel a little bit better about it. Anyway, enough stalling. Let's click it. You remember last year when I made that video showing how you could flash a light through a promo pack, a Japanese promo pack, and see the card inside? Well, this is that, but like 10 million times worse. What you're looking at is a magnifying glass seeing right through a booster pack of VSTAR Universe. If you haven't seen this photo before, it's because it's come directly to me from my friend in Japan, so no one would have seen this except us two. But basically, he's opened up a box, grabbed a pack, and then he shook it around a little bit until the card has shown, like the backmost cards have slipped to the bottom and the others are like held up. Then he's put a light and a magnifying glass through it, and you can see the VSTAR logo on the front of the pack is the most translucent part. Identified that it says UR, it's crystal clear, like that is basically 4K. Open the pack and then found the gold cards. So that's probably the worst. That's the worst thing I've ever seen for Japanese booster packs. Promo packs is one thing because they're free and like if you scan them, it's like, it's like whatever. But this is like loose packs are just complete no-go zones because of this. It sounds like a lot of work, but when you put all three of these issues together, you basically get this problem where there's nothing stopping, excuse me, I gotta clear my throat while I get to the main point. There's nothing stopping anybody from one, getting a whole bunch of boxes, weighing them and identifying the light ones, selling off the heavy ones. Two, opening up the booster boxes and then knowing that there's two SARs in them, magnifying glassing through, that's not a word, that's really bad English, but grabbing a magnifying glass and looking through the pack until they find the SAR that is potentially an SR or a UR, putting that to the side, grabbing a non-hit pack that they've identified from another box into that box, you're following still? And then 10 packs in there, there's still at least one SAR, resealing it, okay, oh, this is coming later. That also is coming later. Resealing it so that it looks like the bottom and then selling them off. There's absolutely nothing stopping anybody from scouring through booster boxes for the 2-hit boxes, finding the second hit, replacing it with a non-hit pack, and then resealing it and then selling it. Nobody is going to be any wiser. Sounds convoluted and sounds like a lot of work for a little gain, but when you look deeper at what's going on in Japan, then it becomes this huge issue. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be every Facebook seller and this is going to be every person that you buy stuff off eBay, but basically what I'm saying is I wouldn't be buying from anybody that I don't trust. I would not be buying from any dudette in the States that is trying to make money off Japanese Pokemon cards, because they could become a victim of this next scam and then you will become a victim of it. They might not know that they bought, let's say, violated product. They might not know, but if you're buying it from them, they don't care. Then you get hit with this scam, which is case resealing. So case resealing is kind of confusing, but bear with me. A case of VSTAR Universe has 20 booster boxes in it, and it usually comes in what looks like that box there, okay? This is a listing for a case and then 20 booster boxes that are empty. So it's a completely empty case and booster box sale, okay? This, what you're looking at, is what a resealed case looks like. The leftmost glue, this bit where I've got the cursor over, is the resealed glue. This is the sign of a resealed case. It's thicker. It's like this thick, it's like a hot glue gun glue almost, right? This residue on the right here is the original glue. From what I understand, it is the original glue that puts the case together and seals it. The reason we can tell, again, my friend in Japan sent me this from a legitimate, authentic case, is that you have just one marking, just one sign of glue where it doesn't look thick, but this you can see that there's two. There's the initial one that's been there from the supplier when they've sealed it, and then whoever's come through and then resealed it has then put more glue because they've had to, and so you get two glue marks, which doesn't make any sense. There should only be one glue mark. So basically, what could potentially be happening is that people are going through the whole effort, the crazy effort of buying loose booster boxes, empty booster boxes, an empty carton, filling them with just one SAR and 3 ARs, scaring all the hits out, putting just bad cards in there because they can just magnify glass and see the set number, card number, and identify the card, and then putting it in a case, selling it to some chump outside of Japan for whatever it is. It's like $2.5 grand. I don't know what is it. It's probably selling for triple a retail price in Japan now. So they're just instantly tripling that. You see how crazy this is? They can just go and buy. It's insane. They can just go and buy loose packs, put them in this thing, and then just sell it to someone who doesn't know any better because they don't know, because they're just trying to make a quick buck off the hype product. And then you buy the box and then you just get completely shafted. Weighing booster boxes and weighing packs, it's not really a new thing. We've seen it happen all of last year, but you've got to admit, this is some of the most sophisticated level of scamming I've ever seen in any product. It's insane the lengths people would go to just make an extra, you know, $500, $600, $800. It blows my mind. And I realize that by making this video, people come and watch it, you know, they realize and they go, oh wow, we can do this now, and then they do it. At the same time, and in that same breath, if you feel like you're a victim of a scam, you can come and watch this video and you can confirm or, you know, disprove those beliefs. Or if you get a booster box and you're like, this looks a little bit sus, before you open it, maybe you watch this video beforehand and you go, hey, return, I don't want to get screwed, and you avoid it. That's what I hope. So the best thing you can do to make this whole collecting climate just better for everybody is just share the video. And I know this sounds like I'm just baiting engagement, but the more people that see this and that are aware of it, the less likely people are going to get screwed over by it. And I think the more cautious people are about buying from dodgy sellers, the more the price of this set will go down, because it's going to be harder to sell it. And I know small businesses might be like, JLUV, why are you going to do us like that? And my answer to that is, don't care, didn't ask. This is bigger than you. If people aren't collecting Pokemon cards at all because of the scams like this, you're not making sales anyway. So I have nothing against small businesses. Small businesses are great, but small businesses that don't protect their customers and that get swindled by scams because they don't educate themselves or they don't actually know what they're selling, don't care. Like that's a skill issue as a small business. I don't want to see any small business fail. I love the thumbs up here. I don't want to see any small business fail, but I also don't want to see customers get screwed over, because if that happens, people are going to stop collecting altogether. And I'm already seeing people move away from collecting VSTAR Universe because of how expensive it is. So that's basically it. If you like the video and helped you out, like and subscribe, leave a comment. But until next time, I'll be back with some bad news, most definitely in a week or two, because that's my job.